9 things you should silently eliminate from your life. Things to quietly remove from your life is a list of steps that promote inner peace and a positive lifestyle. Many of these elements can consist of habits or relationships that creep into our daily lives, often without us realizing it. Firstly, negative people and energy-sucking relationships can lower inner motivation and drain one's energy. Moving away from such relationships can remove a barrier to spiritual health and personal growth. Underestimating our own worth or focusing on what we don't do in order to conform to others' expectations can also have a negative impact on our lives. Secondly, dwelling on past mistakes and constantly remembering them can cause the individual to constantly feel guilty and not fulfill his/her full potential. Therefore, it is important to let go of such thought patterns by learning from mistakes and focusing on a positive future. Thirdly, the habit of constant procrastination can also hinder the progress of our lives. Constantly putting things off can slow down and prolong the process of achieving goals. By breaking this habit, taking action and stepping towards goals today can support a healthier lifestyle. In addition, unnecessary worries and fears can also have a negative impact on our lives. Fears of the future or negative scenarios can reduce intrinsic motivation and prevent risk-taking. Therefore, it is important to get rid of negative thought patterns, develop a positive outlook, and realize your own strength. Other factors that you need to quietly eliminate from your life may include unhealthy eating habits, toxic relationships, inadequate self-care, frivolous social media consumption, and constant complaining. Recognizing these factors and consciously making changes are important steps towards inner peace and a positive lifestyle. These changes can open the doors to a more satisfying life by supporting the individual to focus on themselves and discover their true potential. 1. Relationships with people who radiate negative energy. One of the first things you should quietly remove from your life is relationships with people who radiate negative energy. These people usually have a negative outlook and are constantly complaining. This negative energy can negatively affect the people around them and draw you into this negative atmosphere. Such relationships can lower your motivation, increase your stress levels, and negatively affect your overall quality of life. People who radiate negative energy usually do not offer positive solutions and often focus on the problems. This can cause unrest in co-working environments, social relationships, and family life. Moving away from relationships with these people allows you to maintain your own inner peace and adopt a more positive lifestyle. This also strengthens the interaction of your environment by building positive relationships and makes your life more meaningful. Therefore, moving away from relationships with people who radiate negative energy is one of the first important steps towards a healthier lifestyle by ensuring inner serenity. 2. Permanently deferred tasks and project. Secondly, one of the elements you need to quietly eliminate from your life is undervaluing your own worth and focusing on what you are not doing in order to conform to the expectations of others. Often, social norms, expectations, and societal pressures from our environment can lead individuals to disregard their own truths and passions. In this case, the individual often questions his or her own worth and may move away from his or her core in order to conform to external expectations. This habit may negatively affect the individual's inner satisfaction and prevent him/her from fully utilizing his/her true potential. Underestimating one's own worth often results in low self-esteem and self-confidence, making it difficult for the individual to maximize their enjoyment of life and focus on their achievements. However, recognizing this and focusing on one's own values, passions, and goals can enable an individual to rediscover their inner strength. In this way, he/she can adopt a lifestyle in accordance with his/her own authenticity and truth, not according to the expectations imposed by external factors. 3. Dwelling on past mistakes. Thirdly, another important element that you need to quietly remove from your life is to dwell on past mistakes. Everyone has mistakes, failures, and difficulties in life, but learning from these experiences and focusing on the future is critical for personal development. Being stuck on past mistakes often leads to the individual feeling guilty all the time, damaging his/her self-confidence and preventing him/her from fully utilizing his/her potential in the future. This situation comes with the individual's distrust of his/her own past and can turn into a negative inner monologue over time. These negative thought patterns can lead to self-limitation, closing doors to new opportunities, and reducing overall life satisfaction. However, instead of dwelling on past mistakes, it is important to see these experiences as learning opportunities and focus on a better future. Success and happiness often involve learning from past mistakes and moving forward with a positive outlook. Therefore, rather than dwelling on the mistakes of the past, it is important to consider these mistakes as learning opportunities and focus on the future more strongly, which can increase an individual's inner peace and positively affect their quality of life. 4. Eating habits with low-energy foods. Fourthly, another important element that you need to quietly remove from your life is the habit of constant procrastination. Procrastination is a pattern of behavior that slows down the process of achieving goals and, over time, hinders personal achievements. This habit is often associated with prioritizing tasks or important tasks according to the priorities of others or external factors, not focusing on goals and not managing time effectively. The habit of constant procrastination can prevent a person from realizing their full potential. Constantly postponing steps forward to the next day or a more convenient time can reduce determination to achieve goals in the long term and lower personal motivation. This habit often prevents the individual from realizing their full capacity and potential. Breaking the habit of constant procrastination requires an individual effort to develop time management skills, set priorities, and focus on goals. This process involves breaking tasks into small and manageable steps, learning to use time effectively, and focusing on long-term goals. By breaking the habit of constant procrastination, the individual can both achieve short-term successes and make stronger progress towards long-term goals. 5 habits of constant complaining. The fifth important factor is unnecessary worry and fear. Uncertainties and risks that may happen to us in life may trigger feelings of anxiety and fear from time to time. However, if these feelings are excessive and affect our daily life, they can negatively affect our quality of life. Unnecessary worry, often the constant thinking of negative future scenarios, can make it difficult to overcome our fears and prevent us from realizing our potential. Dealing with these worries and fears involves mobilizing the individual's inner sources of strength and adopting a positive lifestyle. In particular, it is important to understand the origin of worries and fears, to limit these feelings, and to develop a positive outlook. Excessive worry is often associated with exaggerating perceptions of events and situations, so having a realistic perspective and changing negative thought patterns is an important part of this process. Getting rid of this habit enables the individual to discover their inner strength and develop the ability to overcome difficulties. Tackling unnecessary worries and fears often involves strategies such as meditation, practicing relaxing techniques such as deep breathing, developing problem-solving skills, and utilizing support systems. In this way, by remaining in a positive mental state, the individual can take control of their life and utilize their potential more effectively. 6 excessive worries about the future. The sixth important factor is to develop negative thought patterns due to constant procrastination and fear of failure. This can cause the individual to form negative prejudices against himself/herself, underestimate his/her abilities, and undermine his/her self-confidence in achieving success. In particular, if one has consistently failed to achieve a goal or accomplish a project, These failures may reinforce negative thought patterns about one's future endeavors. Such thought patterns may prevent the individual from seeing his/her full potential and assessing his/her true abilities. Fear of failure may lead the individual to avoid embarking on new projects or goals, to hesitate to take risks, and to limit oneself in general. In this case, it is important to change one's internal language, to see past failures as a positive learning experience, and to approach future endeavors with a more positive perspective. Breaking this habit involves changing one's inner speech to rebuild self-confidence, focus on goals, and allow oneself to experience success in a positive way. Seeing failures as a learning opportunity contributes to continuous improvement and increased self-confidence. By recognizing self-limiting thought patterns and focusing on changing these patterns, an individual can better unlock their potential and increase success in life. 7. Dwelling on past failures. The seventh important factor is the habit of eating low-energy foods. Eating habits are a critical factor that directly affects an individual's energy levels, overall health and fitness. Low-energy foods usually include options such as refined sugars, processed foods, high-fat snacks, and convenience foods with low nutritional value. Excessive consumption of such foods can lead to fluctuating blood sugar, weight gain, and lower overall energy levels. Consuming low-energy foods can negatively affect an individual's physical and mental performance. These foods usually provide a rapid energy boost, but this effect can be short-lived and followed by a sudden drop in energy. This can cause constant energy fluctuations throughout the day, negatively affecting the individual's motivation, ability to focus, and overall life energy. Eating a balanced diet is important to nourish the body with healthy nutrients and to sustainably raise energy levels. This includes adopting a diet that includes fresh fruits and vegetables, whole grains, protein sources, and healthy fats. This type of eating habit stabilizes energy levels, strengthens the immune system, and promotes overall health. Improving eating habits can enhance an individual's physical and mental health, improving their daily quality of life. Therefore, avoiding low-energy foods and paying more attention to dietary patterns can help an individual to stabilize the energy levels, work more efficiently, and cope more effectively with other important aspects of their life. 8. Constantly suffering from unnecessary worries and fears. The eighth most important factor is the habit of complaining. Complaining is a form of behavior that usually reflects a negative outlook, highlights problems, and generally radiates negative energy. This habit may make it difficult for the individual to see the positive aspects of his/her environment, decrease his/her motivation, and negatively affect his/her social relations. The habit of constantly complaining can weaken the individual's ability to focus on problems and find solutions. This often creates a cycle because complaints prevent solution-oriented thinking, and the individual may remain in a negative cycle by focusing on his/her problems. Moreover, this habit may also negatively affect the people around them and weaken the individual's support system. Breaking the habit of complaining enables the individual to develop a positive outlook, adopt solution-oriented thinking, and increase intrinsic motivation. This includes becoming more resilient to life's challenges, interacting with the environment with more positive energy, and increasing overall life satisfaction. In order to get rid of the habit of constantly complaining, it is important for the individual to develop awareness, focus on seeking solutions instead of expressing complaints, and use positive language. This change can positively affect the individual's inner world, strengthen social relationships, and improve overall quality of life. 9. Developing negative thought patterns. The ninth most important factor is constantly worrying about the future and experiencing these worries at an excessive level. This habit is usually characterized by the individual constantly thinking about negative scenarios in the future, being overly anxious about uncertainties and these anxieties affecting their daily life. Future worries can often cause the individual to miss the present moment and prevent them from fully enjoying their current experiences. This habit is also associated with an excessive desire for control over future uncertainties. When the individual realizes that they cannot have full control over their future, this can result in anxiety and stress. Furthermore, these worries can often be centered on unrealistic scenarios, which can reduce the individual's quality of life and lead to inner restlessness. Breaking this habit can involve focusing on a mental health practice such as mindfulness and meditation. It is important for the individual to develop strategies for living in the present moment, limiting worries about future uncertainties and achieving an inner balance. In addition, a conscious effort to set realistic goals, plan, and think about the future, without overdoing the sense of control, can reduce an individual's level of anxiety. Getting rid of worries about the future enables the individual to better evaluate the present moment, increases his/her inner peace, and strengthens his/her ability to take control of his/her life. In this way, the individual can look at the future from a healthier perspective and experience daily life in a more positive way. Take action today for a new beginning and write your own life story.